appreciate that, Joe. I'm gonna deal with that food later. I ain't gonna deal with it until after the Super Bowl. It's the ultimate of ultimates. I mean, if you never seen it, Chris Carter, when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, couldn't stop crying. And everybody asked him, man, he was like, man, calm down, calm down. He was like, y'all don't understand. This is the greatest honor I can ever experience. Because that means that all of my peers have said, I belong with the great ones, no matter what. And it's really interesting because Coach Carmen is going to tell you guys some things about this. I'm going to tell you guys some things about this. And I want my audience to come up here and people who are in the panel who's going to come up on this panel. Some of you guys are going to understand what we're saying and some of you guys are not. Because a lot of New England fans think that Bill Belichick was slated because he didn't get in the first ballot Hall of Fame. But when you really look at Bill Belichick's career, you'll understand kind of why he got slighted, if you understand. And it doesn't mean that Bill Belichick is not going to the Hall of Fame. It just means he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, in the thick of things, the people don't give it. Those people who get into the Hall of Fame, they don't really think about if they're a first ballot Hall of Famer. They just think about, I'm in the Hall of Fame. I mean, it took Derek Thomas forever to get in the Hall of Fame, and I thought he should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. But you got to look at, and it's a lot of players that I like, that I cheered for, that I respected, haven't even made the Hall of Fame. Mostly Raiders, by the way. I took Sterling Sharp a long time ago, a long time too, right? So that's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. Just because he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer doesn't mean he's going to be a Hall of Famer. It may take him just a little bit longer because a lot of stuff has to die down. But most of you guys, and which is why we wanted to do this show, yeah, Roger Craig should be here too. One of the biggest reasons why we wanted to do this show is to get you guys, or at least get y'all on the right trail or the right track to understanding how Hall of Famer is selected. And why some people are first ballot Hall of Famers and some people are not. What's up, Sean? And it's not, for a fan base, it can feel like, oh, that's just jacked up because he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. But when we tell you about his career today, you're going to understand, or you may get an understanding of why he wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, and it's so crazy when you think about it because some of you guys, like I heard a lot of people say, well, Terrell Owens, T.O. shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. I mean, yeah, T.O. should have been a Hall of Famer and a first ballot Hall of Famer. It's not what you do off the field, it's what you do on the field. And that's what people don't seem to understand. I'm just being honest with you. Bill Belichick, great as he was, did not sell tickets. Who sold tickets was the New England Patriots and some of those players that he coached. Now, I know it's a big deal. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this. That's just one entity. Y'all get the likes up. Y'all share this because unfortunately, you don't have a lot of people on TikTok that's going to be talking about what we're talking about. I'm just going to be honest with you. They are not saying, I'm saying 6 bowls as a head coach and 2 as a coordinator, 8 rings in total, and 3 times coach of the year. Crazy to me. Yeah. And that is why he should be in the Hall of Fame, not Sam. But we're going to tell you some things that he did that wasn't too great. And you got to remember, you are being voted in by your peers. And that's a big deal. And you can rub somebody the wrong way, and it can cost you a long time for getting in the Hall of Fame. Remember, to make it to the Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken, you got to have a unanimous vote. And we're going to jump off into that. Is it unanimous? Who's voting? We're going to jump off into all that. So y'all share this thing out, like the screen, let it can push this thing out to the For You page. I very seldom ask you to do that. But I think people need to hear this because I'm hearing so many different things about Bill Belichick not making the Hall of Fame in his first ballot. And me and the panel, we're going to talk about this today. That's what this show is about. Now, it's not going to be a long show, but it's going to be an impactful show. Because if you're going to talk about football on TikTok, I want you to talk about it intelligently, not to the point of where you don't know what you're talking about. And I say this before I bring the panel up. Deion Sanders said it like it should have been said. The Hall of Fame now is watered down. If you wasn't the top ticket seller, in other words, if you wasn't the person that they were buying the tickets to come see, then you probably shouldn't be a Hall of Famer, or you definitely shouldn't be a first ballot Hall of Famer. In other words, let's be honest. If we're talking about when we go to a football game, we're going to see a certain person or a certain team or people on that team. It was political before. I don't know why everyone is surprised it's political now. It's still, you're right, Joes. It's still political. I mean, it's so many different things that go into this. I mean, personally, one of the biggest people that I cannot stand is not in the Hall of Fame is Lester Hayes. I mean, because Lester Hayes changed the game. And I don't want to hear shit about no stickum. Lester Hayes changed the game. He's the reason you got the 5-chuck rule, the 5-yard rule, because he couldn't get your ass off the line of scrimmage. He wouldn't let you get into your pattern. He was the one that invented that. I mean, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. I mean, so I'm just getting you guys to understand this is some crazy stuff. This is some crazy stuff. And we're going to try to break it down for y'all today. So y'all hang tight. Let me get this panel up. Everybody that's in the panel, Cody, that's in the panel, all you guys that are, I'm bringing y'all up in a second. The first part of this show is just going to be me and Coach Common. Then we're going to bring all you guys up. So y'all have y'all stuff ready, have y'all notes ready, have y'all what y'all going to say ready. Because I want to do this kind of like together today. Y'all like this thing, share this thing, because there's people out there that's not going to want to talk about this. Coach, you here?
Yes, I am. What's up, brother?
Coach, you here?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Coach, you here? Oh, I'm sorry, Coach. My bad, Coach. Can you hear me, Coach?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We talked about you and I talked about this yesterday, and we had a freaking always. Every time we talk, we have a great conversation.
Absolutely.
But we was talking about this yesterday, and you were telling me that it's only so many coaches that were first ballot Hall of Famers.
There's only 5 in the history of the NFL.
So there's only 5. So you did figure out how many it was, huh?
Yeah, there's only 5 in the history of the NFL. It's Hallis, Shula, Noel, Walsh, and there's one other. And there's one other. There's only 5. There's only 5.
Tom Landry.
Yeah.
Tom Landry was the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and Landry. Okay, and Landry. He's the 5th. And he's the 5th.
I mean, so guys, as you can see, it ain't been very many coaches. But when you break it down, like Chuck Noll, like let's say Chuck Noll, if you look at Chuck Noll, you look at his resume, right? You can say, well, Bill Belichick did a hell of a lot more than Chuck Noll. I mean, as far as championships and coordinators and this and that. What do you believe? What do you believe, Coach, was the reason why Chuck Noll?
I'm gonna tell you why Chuck Noll was a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I'm gonna tell you why. Chuck Noll was a first ballot Hall of Famer. One, he's the reason that we use the term dynasty. Okay, he's the reason why we use the term dynasty is number one. Number two, he did something that no other coach, because of the way football is and because of free agency, he did something that will never, ever be done again. His whole 53-man roster of the 74, 75 Super Bowl team, he drafted the entire 53-man roster. Nobody on that roster played for no other team but the Pittsburgh Steelers. He completely built a Super Bowl team from scratch. Every person on that roster was drafted by Chuck Noll. He also drafted 15 Hall of Famers during that dynasty. He drafted 15 men who became Hall of Famers. 5 of them in one draft. 5 of them in one draft.
And you know what's funny, Coach? A lot of people would say this. Well, Chuck Noll had a ding on his record. I mean, Chuck Noll was fined. He was suspended for making his players practice in pass when the NFL told him not to do that. I mean, and he did it anyway, and that was during the season, and they finally suspended him. So that's a blemish on his record.
But it's not a blemish. But it's not a blemish in the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
That was a blemish to make my team better, right? That wasn't a blemish to where as though that wasn't looked upon as cheating. That was just looked upon as you just not following the rules. You know what I mean? You trying to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like you just doing what you want to do. Like you having practices when we telling you can't have practice. And you like, fuck that, I'ma have practice. You know what I'm saying?
Not only am I gonna have practice, I'm gonna have full padded practice. We gonna hit.
Yeah, we gonna hit. We gonna hit, right? So like I said, Chuck Noll did things. Like I said, the 4 rings in 6 years. He's the reason we use the term dynasty. Like I said, he built the 53-man roster. That'll never be done again because of how football is now. Don Shula had a perfect fucking season. He's the winningest football coach in NFL history. Has the most wins in NFL history. You know.
Hold on, Coach. Hold on. Before we go past Don Shula, Don Shula is the only coach in the NFL that ever went to an undefeated season. Yes, it was just 14 games, 16 total, but
17 total.
17 total. But also, Don Shula was the first coach to ever win a Super Bowl with a backup, or get to the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback.
And he was also the first head coach to orchestrate 2,000-yard seasons for two running backs.
Right. I mean, so
Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris, they were the first ones to do it. And then Franco Harris and Rocky Blyer did it.
Right. I mean, so we're giving these guys some good stuff to understand why these guys were first ballot Hall of Famers. I mean, because these are things that hadn't been done in the NFL, if I'm right. Oh, by the way, Coach, the other one was Hallis.
It was Hallis. Yeah.
George Hallis.
Right. Right. It's only been 5 coaches in their totality, right? And everybody says, and here's the thing. It's a 50-man committee, right? A 50-person committee. To be honest with you, I know it's sports writers, I think some ex-players and some ex-Hall of Fame, whatever, that makes up the committee. But he needs 40 of those 50 votes to make it to the Hall of Fame. He was short of the 40.
Yeah, right.
Okay, he did not reach the 40. All right, so in my opinion, one, I think, a couple of those scandals, a couple of those gates, Spygate, Deflategate, whatever gate you want to put, whatever gate you want to say, people say, that don't mean nothing. That's this, that's that, that's this. Well, obviously, to some voters, to a couple of those voters, that it did hold some weight. It did have some validity to it.
Let's dive off into that right quick, Coach. And we're gonna dive off into that because I need everybody to understand. First of all, and Coach will probably agree, and I ain't never asked him this question. We just understand football. Deflategate is full of shit. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I've always said it's harder to throw a deflated ball. So I never understood that.
Right,
I never understood that.
The PSI of a ball is determined by a quarterback. Quarterback gets 30 balls in his hands before the game starts. I've seen Mahomes do it. I like this one. That was bullshit. That was the Indianapolis coach being pissed off that they got their ass whooped. That's what that was about.
Right.
We're just gonna rule off the Deflategate. We done with that.
Now, Mangini. Now, Spygate.
That's a different story.
That's a different story because one of your ex-coaches admitted that you guys were recording practices.
Let me share this with them, Coach. You don't even know this about me. When I went to see the Kansas City Chiefs play for the very first time, I had this whole plan, guys. I was like, I'm going to watch their practice. I'm going to the game. I'm going to do all that stuff. Well, 5 minutes into me watching their practice, 6 police pulled up on me. What are you doing? I said, I'm watching the practice. You know you're not allowed to do that. Why? Now, I'm not, in my mind, Coach, I'm thinking it's high school, it's college. I can watch practice. I mean, no, you can't watch practice. You're not allowed to watch an NFL practice at all. Do you have any recording devices? And I was like, no. They checked me. They actually patted me down. That's how serious that is, Coach. They're not playing. So when you say you spied on another team, tell them how serious that is, Coach.
Listen. To spy on another team. Listen, to spy on another team is kind of diabolical.
That's
it's one thing to send a coach to go film their game. It's completely different to go send the coach and tell him go sit behind a tree and record their practice. Like that's good.
You can't do that. You can't, and you got to understand who you were dealing with. The spying took place when the Jets were giving New England all kinds of hell with Ryan the Ryan guy, Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan was the coach. You're spying on them. The Jets had already shocked you during the regular season and beat you, and now you're recording their things.
But what made it worse was Mangini saying, "Yo, Bill," who was part of the Patriot coaching staff, like, "Yo, Bill, I know how we get down, dog. Don't be recording my practice."
So you can't record anybody practice, and that coach was a big deal to the NFL. But that's just one part of it, though, Coach. You and I both know there was another part of it too that these guys are just forgetting all about. Bill Belichick was once a coach for the New York Jets, right?
Absolutely, and he turned and for 2 days or 2 weeks or whatever. Then he was mad because they wouldn't give him general manager powers, and he said, "I quit."
Wait, tell him again, Coach. What did he do? What did he do?
He said they wouldn't give him general manager powers, so he said, "I quit."
I quit,
and he left.
In other words, I signed a contract. I am your head coach. You won't give me general manager control, so I quit.
And let's not forget his stint in Cleveland was fucking abysmal.
Then he left there, went to Cleveland, and that was horrible. That was just
that was abysmal.
It was horrible. So when you're looking at a Hall of Famer, guys, you're looking at from the time they got into the NFL to the time they left. And let me help you out. When he left, which he stayed too late, and he should have left sooner than that. When he left, that wasn't pretty either. So that's why I'm telling you guys, when a committee is looking at everything, they're not looking at all those championships, all those accolades that he got. They are looking at everything.
And not to mention, Swag, he also pissed off by not speaking to the press. He also pissed off the same reporters and people that are on the committee by not speaking to them and pissing them off.
And then, guys, I'm bringing y'all up, but me and Coach gonna still talk. We're gonna let y'all in just a second. We just trying to get you guys to understand. Number one, we don't have a problem with Bill Belichick getting in because Bill Belichick is gonna get into the Hall of Fame. He will. I mean, but we got to talk about. It's some other things that we got to talk about before we talking about first ballot Hall of Fame. Now we're talking about coaches now. We're talking about coaches. Now, if you want to know something that is dear to me, Jimmy Johnson is in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame, coach, and you know all that shit that they did over there in Dallas.
Absolutely.
A lot of people will be saying, well, why is Jimmy Johnson in the Hall of Fame? Jimmy Johnson came to the NFL with a stain on his record.
Absolutely.
He came to the NFL with a stain.
But hold on. But put context to it, Swag. Jimmy Johnson left the Cowboys. I'm sorry. Jimmy Johnson's last year in Miami was what, 99, 98, 99?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson just got in the Hall of Fame about 3 years ago.
Yep.
All right, I got a new person on here. Y'all know what we do. Dreamcaster, what's going on?
How you doing, Swag? I've been checking you out. I know a few people on the panel.
What's going on, Dre?
What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Whatever.
Right,
All I ask of you is don't use the N-word. Everything else is a go.
But I want people to understand, Jimmy Johnson he retired in the 90s. His last coaching stint was in the 90s. You are eligible as a coach for the Hall of Fame 2 years after you retire. Jimmy Johnson left Miami, I believe, 98, 99 sometime. Jimmy Johnson just got put in the Hall of Fame, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, dog.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So look how long it took Jimmy to get in from the time of his eligibility. Look how long it took Bill Cowher to get in from the time of his eligibility. Like I said, a player is 5 years. A coach eligibility is 2 years.
Well, like I was saying yesterday, Common, is because this is the whole thing. There's only 5 coaches that made it in on the first ballot. 5. That's it. 5. Okay. There is a reason why that there's not as many coaches that go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame each year versus players. It's because there's more players playing the game than our head coaches coaching. You know, you got more players that have been forgotten about years back. And then you go look at the five coaches that were actually voted in on the first ballot. What do they all got in common? Coach? Before the free agency?
No. They were all before free agency, and they all brought something to the NFC. They all brought something to the NFL we had never seen before.
Exactly.
Correct.
You have 5 something that the 5 teams, 5 coaches did that changed the game. Now, granted, you know, like Bill Cowher, or not Bill Cowher, but Bill Belichick did, you know, do some things, you know, bracketing, time, you know, his championships, but the 5 things that those coaches also have in common is they don't have any blemishes on their record like Bill does.
And say it again, JB, because that's important. Because like George Halas is literally the grandfather of football.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yes.
This guy set the standard. I mean, and you got to understand, y'all notice that we said 5 coaches made it to the Hall of Fame on their first ballot, and Vince Lombardi was not one of them.
Exactly.
I mean, like, so if Vince Lombardi don't deserve to make the Hall of Fame in his first ballot, I'm sorry, Belichick don't either.
I mean, you look at. I've done a thing. I mean, if you look at you mean
it ain't called the Belichick Trophy. It's called the Lombardi Trophy.
You also look at it, man. You look at Belichick. Look at Belichick's coaching tree. He has none. Okay, nobody's succeeded anywhere else. Nobody's promoted. Nobody's gone up. They just either stay the same or they've fallen off without
Are
him.
you telling me Matt Patricia is not a quality head coach?
Stop it.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'll
There you go, coach. There you go, coach.
Can I pose a question though?
What's that?
If Belichick went scandalous with no scandal throughout his whole football career, would it be a question now, or do you think
No.
the scandals would weigh it down?
No,
And I know that's an
Scandals?
easy
No,
question.
honestly,
No, I think it. Hold on,
wait.
hold on. Well, I know it's an easy question from the outside looking in, but let's look at this thing. Because, like I was saying, like you were saying, the Deflate Gate I thought was BS. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? Let's go dive deeper into that, if you shall. The reasoning why, other than football, because I don't see why he wouldn't. Not this
I'm
time around, but without the scandals, what do you think?
No,
I'm not surprised.
No,
I'm not
he's an
surprised.
asshole.
I'm not
He's an
surprised
asshole.
either way.
Well, that's why
It goes.
I count that part as scandals, not talking to the media, all of that.
It's further than just the scandals. Okay, who votes for the Hall of Fame is media, right? So he's one thing that he did not do that Bill deprived the NFL of, or the media of, was attention. He deprived them of it. He didn't talk to them. The only thing is we're on Cincinnati. Yeah, we shouldn't have done that. Okay. Next, nobody talked in New England. Okay. That is what your job is as a head coach, the head quarterback, and the star players on there, is to talk to the media. And when they did, they did it sparingly. Okay. So they were not friends of anybody. Now you got Bill Polian, even though he says he didn't do it. I don't care. I could say I didn't run a stoplight. Does it mean I didn't? No. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
Dundee as
matter.
well.
Let me help y'all. Hold on, Cody. I'm gonna let you go in a second. Let me help y'all, JB, on this one. Terry said Bill not having a tree shows more positive towards his abilities than his success. No. Let me explain
No,
to
it
you.
does not.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why it matters to have a coaching tree, because it basically is like, the best way I can explain it is, I'm a father. I like to leave a legacy. The legacy is they carry on what I did and evolve it and make it better as time go on. Like all of those things, all the things you've seen Bill Belichick do in football, especially defensively, he got it from someone else.
Yeah.
And he just took it and evolved it to something different. I mean, so it's nothing. As a matter of fact,
Look at Shanahan, Swag.
Right. Go ahead, Cody. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, look at Shanahan. Like, you have Shanahan and all these guys that have come out from under Shanahan have taken his system and either added something or evolved something in it to make it to their liking, and have used it elsewhere to success. And I wanted to reply to the comment that I saw that
a little twist on it.
When we talk about coaching trees, we are not talking about coordinators. Coordinators can be part of it, but you're really not looking at coordinators ideally. Yes, Belichick had a lot of great coordinators, but nobody ever came out from under Belichick and was a great coach. Most people actually failed. But JB, you said something about Bill Polian. Who's the other one? I'm stupid, but it's him. There's another one, and then obviously Dungy. Like, you can count out 3 Belichick votes between those 3, and they're gonna deny that they didn't not vote for him because they don't like him. But that's the truth. They don't like him because he beat their ass all those years.
I mean, you want to know somebody who's a part of the media and who's got it out for Bill? Eric Mangini.
Mangini's the other one.
Mangini is the one that blew the horn
fact.
on him, you guys. And you guys look at it. Mangini's been blackballed from the NFL. You guys see him on ESPN as a guest. The ESPN does not cut him, or the NFL cut him a check. It's just like this. We're a guest on the Spike Show. That's all it is.
I just don't understand why he's entitled to be first ballot. That's what's confusing me. Like, I understand why he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but why is everybody up in arms? Because, like, I don't get it.
So I guess the grand lesson we're all learning. Oh, go ahead, Coach.
I'm gonna tell you why, Joes. Because everybody is looking on the Super Bowl rings. Everybody sees. Oh, he was part of the Giants, and he was part of the Giants and Bill Parcells for their 2 rings. Then he became a head coach for the Patriots, and as a head coach, he won 6 rings. So in total, he has 8 rings. How can you say a coach that has 8 rings isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer? Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because there are intangibles that you are not looking at that are considered when voting for the Hall of Fame. And somebody said earlier, I think in the comments, is political. Unfortunately, that is correct. Unfortunately, you deal with politics, and it's a goddamn shame, but you deal with politics from the youth football level all the way the fuck up to the NFL. There is politics involved. It's disgusting to hear, but however, a fact is still a fact.
Same thing we seen with same thing we seen with T.O. It's politics. They didn't like him, so they made sure he didn't get in.
Hey,
First
hey,
ballot.
Swag.
T.O. is in the Hall of Fame.
No,
We're
he wasn't the
slowly
first ballot.
learning that a
He
name
wasn't
means
first
nothing
ballot.
He wasn't
anymore.
the first ballot.
Swag. I'll give you a guy who was not.
Your name does not carry much weight.
He
No,
wasn't
he
first
No,
ballot.
he wasn't first ballot.
He wasn't.
He threw his own ceremony.
I mean, plus he literally said, like, he literally tweeted like a couple days ago. He was like, oh, where was all this outrage? You know, when I got snubbed for first ballot. And of course, there was people in the comments like, oh, well, you're not Bill Belichick. It's like, fuck you. Like,
that's T.O.
That's
That's
not
T.O.
entitled to be first
But
ballot.
I'll give you somebody who should have been outraged, and he never said nothing the fuck about it, was fucking Chris Carter. Chris Carter, before Randy Moss, before Randy Moss, before Megatron, before all these guys, before T.O., I need people to understand, when Chris Carter retired, he was behind Jerry Rice in damn near everything.
He didn't drop
and this
nothing.
man got snubbed, I think he made it on his 7th fucking eligibility. Which means he was like, he was like 12 years removed from the field before they gave it to him.
Well, hold on.
I'm not gonna say that he should have
got a
been.
guy who didn't get in the first ballot, and he's a head coach. Bill Walsh did not get in first ballot. He didn't get in until 93.
I can tell you a guy that
who won 3 Super Bowls. Innovative as far as the West Coast offense. Built a whole and didn't get in until 93. That was like years after he was there.
Wait a minute, Callie. When did Bill Walsh retire? Because Bill Walsh retired because Bill Walsh has 4 rings. So Seifert didn't take over him until 90. So I think Bill Walsh retired.
That's when he stepped down. He stepped down the year before after they won that Super Bowl in '89, the back-to-back.
Right.
That's when he stepped down.
Right, so Callie, that was his first ballot. That was 2 years after he retired.
I just Googled it. They said it wasn't first ballot.
He's one of the 5. He's one of the 5.
Oh, shit. My bad. Google can be wrong. My bad. It takes time though to get into the Hall of Fame.
They said it's only 3.
Swag.
Look at Roger Craig. Swag. Look at Roger Craig.
There's 5.
Dude,
you want me to read them all to you?
Running back with 1,000 receiving and 1,000 rushing.
There's 5 quarterbacks that have made it.
I see.
Give me the 5, JB.
Oh, well. I gotta pull him up. Hold on.
No, he's right. Bill Walsh was not first ballot.
I want to just give me the audience. Y'all give me y'all credit now. Joe's, just hang tight with this one. I don't know if you know about this guy or you ever seen him play, but to this day, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I look at the Hall of Fame, every single time I see somebody get the Hall of Fame, whether it's first ballot or not, I'm still
first 5 coaches were George House, Vince Lombardi, Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, Don Shula.
Vince Lombardi was in the top 5.
Yeah, it says 5 NFL coaches who were first Hall of Fame inductees. Number 1, George House. Number 2, Vince Lombardi. Number 3, Tom Landry. Number 4, Chuck Noll. Number 5, Don Shula.
Now, every single one of those guys, I would say, deserve the first.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Bill Walsh was not first.
So Bill Walsh wasn't first. Okay.
No, he retired. He retired in '88 and got inducted in '93.
George House, Vince Lombardi, Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, Don Shula.
I think where the disconnect is coming from with some of the articles that report who's first ballot or not is, they recently changed the rules with the Hall of Fame. at first, like Coach said, players had to wait 5 years after they retired, and coaches had to wait 3 years after they retired. Well, they changed the rule last year to where now coaches only have to wait 1 year before they retired. So a lot of those old, and they have their own category. Before there wasn't their own category, right? So like Vince Lombardi and Tom Landry and them, they got lumped in with all the players. So like while basically it took them longer to even get on the ballot. That's what I'm trying to say. It took them forever to even get on the ballot the first time.
Right, but there's only one coach that goes in every year. It's been that for a while.
Y'all honor Jones. That's my girl right there. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I gotta say this,
and I just looked it up. They said that Curly Lambeau is also he was part of the inaugural. So he's also they try to say he's a first ballot. He's part of the inaugural.
But what I read, they said not Vince Lombardi. He's not one.
No. They said Lombardi. No. They just said Lombardi and Curly LeBeau. What Lambeau did with his name after?
Yeah, named after.
Curly Lambeau and Vince Lombardi. They were part of the inaugural 1963 inductees. So they're considered first ballot. Is what they're saying.
So hold on. So who were so this is this is the Sporting News. This is who's reporting this. Dan Tracy or whatever the hell his name is. Who are the first ballot Hall of Fame coaches in the NFL? George House in 1963, Curly Lambeau. This is the exact one that we had yesterday. George House in 1963, Curly Lambeau in 1963, Tom Landry in 1990, Chuck Noll in 93, and Don Shula in 97.
No Vince. I thought so.
So the thing about it is, I've always took the thing is if you got, and I want to share this, and I'm gonna shift the show a little bit, so y'all come with me on this because this is a big deal. This is a big deal to me. All right, it really is a big deal to me. The reason why is because I started playing a position because of this guy, and Lester Hayes to me is the biggest snub ever. I don't care what you say, and if you've never seen him play, I would suggest you get on YouTube and see him play. I don't give a shit if he covered himself and stick him. This guy changed the cornerback, the position forever. To this day, everything is copied from Lester Hayes and Mike Haynes, period. Said, done, I don't care what nobody's saying. If you want to argue with me, let's argue. And this guy's still not in the Hall of Fame. Not even a final.
Swag, I don't disagree.
Swag, hold on. I just got to point out one point. I got to make one point. All right, now, the Hall of Fame didn't exist until 1963. So Vince Lombardi, even though he had already stopped playing, whatever, he is considered a first ballot Hall of Famer because he is part of the inaugural, one of the first people to be put in the Hall of Fame in 1963. So he was still coaching. Matter of fact, he was still coaching. He was still coaching. But they said that he was part of the inaugural. They said him and Curly Lambeau, they were part of the inaugural inductees.
You have George. So in 1963, there's only two coaches that were inducted, and that's George House and Curly Lambeau.
Curly Lambeau, right? So Curly Lambeau, right there, and that's when it started. And then they said that Vince Lombardi, because Vince Lombardi was still coaching in '63. That's impossible.
Yeah, so he's
makes sense.
Go ahead, Cody.
Yeah, so you bring up Lester Hayes, coach. This one still shocks me to this day. Was never the best stats guy, but to this day, the most complete receiver of all time is not in the Hall of Fame, and that's Hines Ward. He's never complained about it once.
Well, no. I'm gonna tell you why Hines Ward is not in, Cody.
Oh yeah, because he has the lawsuit against the NFL.
Right. He has the lawsuit against the
NFL. I know my team.
He has the lawsuit against the NFL.
He has the lawsuit against the NFL, and that's probably why he'll never. I mean, we're gonna see guys never get in. Like, yes, you can say what you want about him and what he's done in the past 3 years. Antonio Brown, resume-wise, is a Hall of Famer. but he'll never get in because of everything that happened after
But Torrey Holt is too, but he ain't in.
Exactly.
Hold on. Y'all going into the more modern players because these guys were considered modern players. We still remember Hines Ward. We're talking about the beginning. Like in other words,
but Swag, that was a lot
literally Swag. You are absolutely right when it comes to Lester Hayes.
That was a lot of stickers.
Hines Ward, I do believe is a snub for the Hall of Fame. Hines Ward was definitely underrated and should definitely be in the Hall of Fame. Torrey Holt should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
These guys all came after someone else did it for the higher level. Lester Hayes was the beginning.
Swag, that was a lot of stickum. It was on his legs.
Hey, y'all, but listen, Swag, you know what's Swag? Swag, listen, hold on, Swag, you know what's even worse? No, Swag, you know what's even worse? This is why I really feel you about Lester Hayes. This is why, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you go buy a pair of those gloves that the wide receivers use now,
right?
It's worse than stickum.
Yo, that shit is legal. Stickum.
Yes.
Yo, you put them gloves on.
You're not dropping nothing, bro.
I'm talking about on his legs, though. It was
hold on. But Swag, Swag. If you put those gloves on and you put your hand against the wall, you will think you are a fucking Spider-Man, dog.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
I want to share something with you. Let's just take, first of all, when you see all the stickum on his leg and all on his hands, that's when stickum was legal.
Yeah.
That was legal stick. So hold on. I'm talking about, forget all that.
Mm-hmm.
The techniques, the discipline in his techniques.
Yep.
The way he moves his hips, the way he makes sure that your ass ain't even getting off the line of scrimmage.
He was Deion before Deion.
But why do you think he's not in there?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, and wait, I got something else for you, Tate. When they took Stickum away, he became even better.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is, I need you guys, don't take my word for it. Just go watch tape on it.
I've seen the tape.
I've seen the tape.
When you see Lester Hayes and his technique, coach can tell you it was flawless. This guy couldn't even speak correctly. He had a stuttering impairment. He couldn't even speak. He couldn't even communicate with you. So they basically would just say, Lester, you got this guy. And then that's all you had to say. You get nothing from this guy. If you get 6 receptions, 80 yards, God bless you. You ain't. Look, I'm trying to get you guys to understand. He wasn't the fastest person. He had the Darrell Reeves kind of cornerback. It's like, I'm gonna put my hand on you technique. Bam, this hand moves you that way. This hand moves you that way. This is, you can't get off the line of scrimmage. Okay, when you get off the line of scrimmage, I'm stuck to you like glue. So the quarterback is gonna look and say, I'm not going over there. And if you did go over there, Tate, I'll take it to the house for you.
Yeah.
There was nobody doing that. Coach, can you tell me anybody that was doing that before Lester Hayes?
It wasn't. We didn't see a guy like that until Deion came.
The next person that came was Deion, and Deion had blazing speed. Lester didn't have blazing speed.
Lester did not have that. But that boy, I seen the tape, Swag. I seen it.
You couldn't do nothing. Do y'all understand?
That boy was cold.
Cody, go back and watch the Washington Redskins.
I watched it, brother.
You saw what I'm talking about. They couldn't even get off the line of scrimmage.
I've seen it.
Swag, I seen this man pin a dude, a receiver, and just move him. Every time he went somewhere, he was just like moving him wherever he wanted him to go. That's where Lester Hayes was putting him. I'm going to put you here. Nope, you're not going to catch the ball right here. I'm going to put you over here. Like, that dude was crazy. I seen it. I'm like, that's crazy. I ain't never seen nobody play corner like that.
So you think it's so too far back for them to even remember to put him in?
No, I think it's Al Davis.
No.
I think it's Al Davis. I think the reason why the majority, because Jack Tatum is not even in the Hall of Fame.
That's wild. That's crazy.
The assassin.
The reason why the Raiders, the whole organization. I mean, when I tell you Al Davis went to war with the NFL, Al Davis went to war with the NFL. When they say that they were the black and gold and they was the most hated team ever, they wasn't lying. I mean, black and silver, they hated the Raiders. And look, Kenny Stabler is not even in the Hall of Fame.
Nope.
Like I'm just trying to get you guys to understand.
It was considered a blessing that Howie Long got in.
Right. I mean, like really, and Howard Long was very, very political, and Howard Long was really good at image and all of these different things. And Howard Long was an awesome player.
Is Marcus Allen in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
he's
yeah. We're just gonna look at this. Let's go look at this. There's way more players than there are coaches. You know, so it's going to be a lot harder. Like you're going to see a lot more players that are going to be brought up into the, brought out into the Hall of Fame before these coaches. You know,
exactly. Bill can wait his turn like everybody else.
Obviously, Stabler got in when he died. He said he died in 2016.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that neither.
Exactly. So Bill can wait like everybody else.
Yeah, I agree with Joe. He can wait.
That's crazy.
It ain't no indictment on you, bro.
I don't agree with that.
Hey, but isn't it crazy how night and day?
Bill can definitely wait.
I feel like
He can wait, but to say it
he
like
should
that,
be in next year.
Bill would have won at least the AFC Championship, or at least went to the big game after that. It may be a different conversation. But once Tom left, and we seen, okay, Tom didn't need Bill. That's where the not being the first ballot came into play.
I'm gonna tell you where he didn't get the first ballot. Swag. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. When you hired two defensive coordinators, when you hired a defensive coordinator to do offensive coordinating, like that's crazy to me.
At the end of his career, he made a lot of bad decisions, mainly because of his age. That's why I want Andy Reid to retire in 2 years. Because what happens is you get stuck in your ways and you don't want to listen to anybody else. But CJ, I'm sorry, Cody, what you wanted to say? What CJ said?
Yeah. The whole once Brady left. Am I not wrong to think that he took a rookie quarterback to the playoffs?
No,
he definitely did.
He turned around the next year, and you hired.
Hold on.
Bro, he's got a losing record if you take away Brady.
Hold on.
He's been in two playoffs. He's been in two.
So this is what you got to do, Cody. Forget about Brady, okay? Forget about Brady.
I didn't bring Brady into this.
No, I'm just saying. Listen to me. Just forget about Brady. Go through his whole coaching career.
When you take away every accolade that he has won with Brady, so you take away everything from the time that Brady is there to the time that Brady left, and you only count what he did, and you take away, and on top of that, you do not count what he did as a defensive coordinator for the New York Giants, and you tell me what his record is, you tell me what the fuck he did, because he ain't nobody. He'd be booed out of this fucking league, my guy.
You can't. Yeah.
No, he's 52 and 64. He's 52 and 64 all time with two playoff appearances. With two playoff appearances. Okay. Then you take away Patrick Mahomes from Andy Reid. Andy Reid still has over 100 wins with two different clubs. Been to the AFC Championship and NFC Championship more than 5 times, back to back.
And a Super Bowl.
And a Super Bowl with multiple quarterbacks, other than Patrick Mahomes. Bill Belichick never did that as a head coach.
Okay, so
Bill Belichick does not deserve. Bill Belichick does not deserve. Then you go take away Brady, and Brady went on without Bill Belichick and won a Super Bowl without him.
He lost
with another team. That's
so what would be the difference between Don and Bill? Because Don's one of the 5 that was a first-time ballot. Right? He's known for 340-something wins, and he got a perfect season with the Dolphins back in the 70s, right?
That's first ballot to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is 6 Super Bowls, 333 wins, and not first ballot?
Blemished of how he got them.
It's outrageous. He should be first ballot.
That's not crazy, dude. That's not crazy, bro. Let's just
I think that's a little
awarded. It's like saying that like.
Okay, so it's not Sam, Cody. Y'all listen up. I understand both of y'all arguments, but let me try to get some clarity in it. Let's just take. It's more than just Super Bowls that makes you get the Hall of Fame. Like,
I understand that.
It's more than just that. It's how you won. It's how often did you win? Where did you win at? Did you win a different play? It's so many different things that go into that. But the biggest thing that you guys got to understand is the success of a coach really is big. The biggest thing. All right, let's take George Halas, for instance. George Halas has a tree that still continues now, today.
Facts.
Yeah.
Bill does not.
That tree is so big. I don't even try to.
Where's Bill's tree?
I mean, like it's just.
I'm looking it up right now just to see.
Bill ain't got no tree.
Let's see.
Oh,
Bill's
He's got one
tree.
coach. He's got one coach that's still coaching. It goes like he's
Okay.
saying. It goes multiple things, and I pointed out a lot of multiple things on top of other things. He's really he's a Brady merch. His career would be nothing without Tom Brady.
So what is it? Joe
Okay,
Judge,
so
Mike Vrabel,
here's where I have
Brian
trouble.
Flores, Cliff Kingsbury.
Real quick, can I ask you this real question? I think
That's about it.
this is important. If you would have put Tom Brady in anybody else's offense before he won all those Super Bowls, do you think he would have still got those rings?
We can't know that.
Eventually,
I don't know that one.
eventually.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't know.
Okay,
That one
so
hard.
but hold on. If we're gonna say we can't know that, right? Then in that, because that is a disingenuous argument to start. Then also saying taking away what Brady did with Belichick is an equally disingenuous argument because that's the majority of Belichick's career. It's a yes, I get it. Yes, I get it. You can make the case.
No,
He didn't bounce around.
Hold on, Bill Belichick. How long has Bill Belichick been in the NFL?
Years.
Oh,
20
wow.
something, 23
Brown-
years.
he was
Since
with
like
the
the
Browns.
late
He was with the
70s.
Browns.
Swag.
he's
The
since the
late
70s.
70s.
When was
I know-
Bill?
I
It's like
know-
30
I
years.
know Bill Belichick made his name
30
when he
years.
went to the Giants and created that monster defense. That's when he made his
Yep, and with the Giants, they used to beat the hell out of my Niners all of them.
He actually with
I
Cleveland.
know from that fact that I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
So if I'm 17 at the time and I'm 58 now, that's so he went. So no, I would say that's the end of his career, Cody. I wouldn't say that that is the majority of his
It's a
career.
very large part of his career.
A very large part of his career.
Because we're not counting OC's not making a Hall of Fame.
But you
Swag-
go and look at though. But
Yeah.
you go
My
look at like I
point-
said, man. You
my
got
point-
to compare. You got to compare. Like I broke down this offseason. I broke down between like we had a debate and we were like, oh, who's the better coach or whatever. And I had a debate against somebody about Andy Reid being a better head coach and have more of being an all around better head coach than Bill Belichick. And dude thought I was crazy. And I said, okay, well, this is how I'm not crazy. If you strip away everything that Andy Reid has with Patrick Mahomes, and you strip away everything that Bill Belichick has with Tom Brady, who are they? Who are these coaches? Because let's be real, you get lucky with Tom Brady. That wasn't skill. You didn't know that you were drafting this guy number one. You didn't know this guy was going to take over. So let's be real about this. Okay, let's take away the luck of Patrick Mahomes and the luck of Tom Brady. Okay, let's and then you tell me who has the more impressive things. Because guess what? Bill Belichick didn't do it without Brady. Bill Belichick wasn't winning Super Bowls without Brady. And guess what? Either was Andy Reid. Andy Reid ain't won shit without Patrick Mahomes. So we have to take away those guys, and you tell me who has a better house. You tell me whose car looks better. Because I'll tell you what, Andy Reid has wins quadruple amount of fucking wins as fucking Bill Belichick does.
I'm just not a fan of
I think
taking
it
As a
just
head coach, and Andy Reid has a Super Bowl as a coordinator.
Okay, Cody, help me out. Why do you think? Well, no, Cody and Sam. Why do you think it's crazy for him not to be first ballot?
That's a good question.
So I want to before Sam goes, I want to clear something up.
Yeah, you're good. Do your thing.
I never once said that it's crazy. My end actually, I actually tried to state it very clearly. My point was that the two statements that I heard is he has to wait his turn in a very demeaning way. I think those statements are crazy because it's almost as if you're kind of belittling him and what he did. Yes. Is it ridiculous to say, or is it not ridiculous to say that he's a first ballot Hall of Famer? Not really. You could make the argument that he's not, and that's fine. I thought he probably should have been, but if he doesn't and he gets in next year or 3 years down the line, I'm not gonna riot over it or be like up in arms about it. But where I find the disingenuous part is like the statements like, oh, if you take away Brady,
That's what I have a problem with.
Yeah. When you take away Brady or when you do this and when you do that, he's not this good. I think doing that for any player or any coach is just a disingenuous
It makes no
argument.
sense.
Because it's a team.
It's like taking away Roger from it's like taking away Roger from Tom Landry. Like you take Roger away, he doesn't have any rings, right? He has no championships.
Let me clear up one thing real quick, because I get what Cody's saying about, when I'm like, oh, he can wait his turn like everywhere else, like anyone else. That's not a knock on him, right? Because him being disappointed about not being first ballot, you can't blame him for that. Like, who wouldn't want to be? You know what I mean? My problem's not with him or people who even say that he deserves it. My issue is the dramatics. Because again, you have Stephen A. and them saying like, oh, he's not first ballot, we should boycott the Hall of Fame. Nobody should want to be a part of the Hall of Fame. He literally said if they offer Bill the Hall of Fame next year, he should not go to the ceremony and he should turn it down. That's where I'm like, okay, like we're being a little bit dramatic. He can wait his turn like everybody else. Like the world is not going to end.
So can I ask you?
And to piggyback off of, and not to piggyback, but the reason I don't agree with if you take away Brady, if you take away this, like Sam said,
I don't like that.
Like Sam said, if you don't have Roger Staubach, I don't think he's successful.
You don't have Terry Bradshaw, like what?
You know what I mean? If you don't have, if you take away Bob Greasy, Larry Zonka, and Mercury Morris, I don't think Don Shula has his team. Like we can't do that. And I'm gonna tell you one reason why I can't do that with Belichick is because of how much credit Tom Brady gave to Belichick.
You agreed with it during the summer and the offseason. That's just crazy, Coach. You agreed with this offseason.
Hold on, JB. No, hold on, JB.
I don't agree
with
it.
Hold on, JB. Hold on.
Yeah, back up. That's right.
No. The reason I said is because, just like I said over the summer, there's no Belichick without Brady. There's no Brady without Belichick. Yeah. They both helped each other. Tom Brady has said multiple times how Bill Belichick was very instrumental in his development as a quarterback, and with hours of film study showing him how to read defenses and doing pre-snap reads. He has equated most of his pre-snap read abilities to Bill Belichick and the hours that they spent in the film room. So I don't think you can have one without the other, to be honest with you.
So
you can't take away nobody.
I feel like you take away what JB was trying to say was if you take away Tom Brady. First, let me say I'm in agreement where you can't take away players from coaches. You can't do that. But what JB was trying to say is if you take away Tom Brady, he has nothing. Andy Reid does. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but
Andy Reid been through how many other quarterbacks and taken them to the playoffs and went to the Super Bowl. I don't even know wasn't all of that. He had washed up Michael Vick out of prison that he took to the playoffs. He had Kevin Cobb that he took to the playoffs. He had Alex Smith that he took to the playoffs. Who else is he taking to the playoffs? He's taking multiple quarterbacks.
I don't understand why we're talking about him because he's not a first ballot head coach, right? Like
you're right.
I feel like we're talking about first ballot.
Either is Bill Belichick.
I get what you're saying.
But you can't penalize him.
We're trying to compare this guy to the other 5 first ballots. Like you take away their quarterback, they also have not succeeded at all. There's no championships. There's no AFC. There's no bowl.
Nobody's talking about that, dog. You're not.
But you can't penalize him. But you can't penalize him.
I literally just said I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about other first ballot Hall of Fames coaches. Andy Reid is not that.
Then neither is Bill Belichick. So why are we talking about Bill Belichick?
Well,
because he just got snuffed out of one. This is something recent, not like delusional. Like I'm sorry, I don't think Andy Reid was.
Okay, but hear me out. I understand why for like individual accomplishments you can't take away a quarterback from a coach, right? Like I get that, but I think how you can in this instance is the argument is, oh, how can you vote anybody over Bill Belichick? You get what I mean? When the other people that those people could select from was a member of the Steel Curtain, the receiver who had the first 1,000-yard reception and rushing record or whatever, you get what I mean? And one of the quarterbacks that played in the Ice Bowl, I think. Yeah. So I think that's how, because that's how you have to compare to yourself. Like, okay, how am I going to put this person over that person? You get what I mean? So,
and when you use that logic, Joe's like, that's where we can come to an agreement. Like, yes, if you, and I said it once, I'll say it again. If you want to make the argument that the ballot that was on this year, there were guys that were more deserving as an individual than Bill Belichick, that is a fine argument to make. And there's probably good points that I would agree with. But it's when we get into saying things like, "Oh, if you take without Brady, without this, without that," that's where the argument becomes completely disingenuous, in my opinion.
We can't take
Let me
away.
Let me ask y'all a question. Who made the Hall of Fame?
No, it ain't out yet.
We don't know. That's the
ain't
reason why
out.
people are getting in trouble, because we shouldn't even know that Bill Belichick didn't make it yet.
I know.
No. Bill Belichick didn't make the final list.
cut,
The final
yeah.
list.
Yeah, he didn't make the finalists. He didn't make the finalists.
Yeah.
The finalist
Jamal
list
Charles
is out,
made the
but not
finals.
who's in. The finalist list is out, but not who is in.
Can I share something with y'all that y'all probably, Sam and you guys, you might not gonna like this, but he's not gonna make it in the next ballot either.
I think he
next
does.
Ballot. Who's up? Who's up next?
Let me tell y'all why. In order to, y'all just heard us having a conversation. It's not because of Bill Belichick and his accolades. I'm not saying anything bad about Bill Belichick. I do believe Bill Belichick deserves to make the Hall of Fame. Don't get it twisted. But you got to understand how many other players and coaches that haven't made the Hall of Fame yet that deserve to make a Hall of Fame. When you're talking about that, you're talking about a whole list of people. I just named a few. I'm not going to attempt to name the rest of them. All these people that haven't made the Hall of Fame yet. What you're saying is Bill Belichick, you were so good to the point where I'm going to move you past some of these guys who did great. There's people who made the Hall of Fame. How many times you heard the Hall of Fame list and you literally looking like, I don't even know who that guy is? Because I know I do it, and I know some shit. I was like, I don't even know who that is.
Coach is.
I have to look at tape and say, well, who is this guy? So when I say that, remember, you guys, when we were talking about the different people who made the Hall of Fame and who didn't make the Hall of Fame. And how many people go in? I think it's like 5 or 7 go into the Hall of Fame, right? It's not many.
I think it's 5. I think it's 5 to 7.
5 to 7 people go into the Hall of Fame. So we're gonna condense that down to just Well, Bill Belichick. Let me ask y'all a question. This is gonna start a crazy ass conversation, but I gotta ask y'all this. And the reason why is because of what we're talking about with Bill Belichick making the Hall of Fame the next time. Mm-hmm. And this is a conversation that it's going to be different, and you're going to see it not even comparing apples to apples, but it does. Do y'all think Eli Manning should make the Hall of Fame? Just answer the question. I'm just asking. Do y'all think Eli Manning should make the Hall of Fame?
I think he waits as long as Torrey Holt.
But watch this. So that's the point I'm trying to make. So if I'm the Hall of Fame committee, I gotta look at Eli Manning. I gotta look at Torrey Holt. I gotta look at all these different people who haven't made the Hall of Fame. And then I gotta look at Bill Belichick. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. I believe the snub came for all the reasons that we said, but I also believe it came because there's a ton of people out there that we've named already that should be in the Hall of Fame, and they're not there. And we still, some people, I don't know what, they 20th ballot? Or when did Derek Thomas get in? Derek Thomas got in like his 15th ballot or something?
Kraft has been campaigning for 14 years, and this is the first time he got put on it.
I mean, so you see what I'm saying? So for us to say that Bill Belichick, now I get it, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, all those guys, when they get ready to go, I think Peyton Manning is already in it, right?
Manning is already in. Brady, no doubt.
Brady should be getting in pretty soon.
Brady's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, probably. No ifs, ands, buts about it. He probably will be. So that means that I got some people that's getting ready to be skipped over all these other people who should be in the Hall of Fame.
And I think the first year eligibility was real strong this year too, because you got Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald taking those spots.
I have the list
Jason
right here.
It was strong.
Here's the finalist this year.
Who's the finalist, Cody?
So you have Willie Anderson, Drew Brees, who is on his first ballot. He will probably get in.
Yeah, Larry will.
One of his teammates, actually, Jari Evans. Larry Fitzgerald is on his first ballot. He will more than likely get in. Frank Gore, Torrey Holt, Luke Kuechly, Eli Manning, Terrell Suggs, Vinatieri, Reggie Wayne, Kevin Williams, Jason Witten, Darren Woodson, and Marshall Yanda. Those are your finalists this year.
It's strong. It's super strong. Like
It's a super strong. Like really, the only guy that I'm looking at on this list that you could make the argument that he deserved to get over, that Belichick maybe made to get over, is maybe Kevin Williams, but I'm not putting him in over Kevin Williams. He was an elite defensive tackle in the league for years.
And this is why I was saying, not Sam, this is why I was saying, it's not that Bill Belichick won't get in. It's just that there's a lot of other people. Like we just said, we don't believe.
No, I mean, I definitely agree. I hear you.
We were just saying that Eli Manning, I just asked y'all think Eli Manning deserved to make the Hall of Fame, but he made the finals, didn't he?
Nope. He does not deserve to be a Hall of Famer.
I'm trying to tell y'all, you know why he made the finals? Would y'all like to know why?
He beat Brady twice in a Super Bowl.
He's a Manning.
You can't talk about the NFL without Eli Manning.
You guys got to understand something. The Manning's image in the NFL is huge. So,
of course,
Archie Manning is in the Hall of Fame, right?
No.
Peyton Manning, I don't know.
Archie isn't. Archie isn't. Peyton's the only Manning in.
So Peyton is in it. Archie is on the back screen, and the political part starts to play his part right now.
But Archie, the thing with Archie is, and the reason that they'll probably look at Eli a little bit more favorable, Archie's always been a very big ambassador of the NFL.
That's what I'm trying to tell you guys.
He's been a very good ambassador for the NFL.
There's a political part that goes into this too. So if Coach was telling y'all, it's very political.
Media, all of that.
So don't be surprised if Eli Manning make the Hall of Fame. Don't be surprised.
Next year eligibility is Rob Gronkowski, Adrian Peterson, and Cam Newton. I think he goes in with Rob next year.
But here's the thing. I'm going to be honest. And I said it in the comments earlier. I don't know if this is unpopular or not. Cam Newton is not a Hall of Famer.
No.
Absolutely not.
Not to me. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he got in, but I would be a little bit shocked.
Can I ask y'all why you don't think Cam Newton's a Hall of Fame?
So Cam Newton, to me, the star was bright for the time that it burned, but it did not burn nearly as long enough, and he did not accumulate nearly the amount of rep that you would hope to get a Hall of Fame status.
Yeah,
you have an MVP. You have the MVP year. Yeah, that's cool. You have the Super Bowl appearance. Yeah, that's cool. I get the argument of the weapons, but I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down really quick before anybody even says it. We got to stop acting like he wasn't given a top prospect in Devin Funches. We got to stop acting like he wasn't like Ted Ginn had his best years of his career playing in Carolina. And yes, part of it was Cam, but part of it was him coming into his own as a receiver. He had players that their star started to burn when they got to Carolina, and it wasn't all because of Cam. Part of it was, but wasn't all because of Cam.
Cam Newton is not a Hall of Fame.
But Cam Newton, to me,
he's had like 2 good
seasons.
We're being honest.
I mean, like but watch this. Marty Schottenheimer, I'm talking to not Sam. Next year, Marty Schottenheimer, he's gone. He's passed away. And I'm telling you right now, he's a finalist next year.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't think Marty wasn't a bad coach, though.
Is Big Ben up next year, coach, or is he the
Yeah,
I'm trying to get not Sam to understand.
No. I hear you. I promise. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait a minute. When does Brady go in?
He's eligible in 2028.
Within the next 2 years, probably.
Don't be surprised if Belichick go in the same time Brady goes.
Yeah,
I think he goes
with Eli.
I think he goes in with Gronk next year.
And who said with Eli?
Me.
That's
JB.
true. You see how it all fits together for the NFL?
Yeah.
It all fits together.
I got a question. Do Eli get in before Ben Roethlisberger?
No, he shouldn't.
Because Ben is next year.
Shouldn't.
For next year. Ben is up next year.
Maybe they all go in together.
You know what? You know why Cody probably game before Roethlisberger? You want to know why?
It's because of the name. Yeah, I get the point you're trying to make, but he shouldn't.
I was gonna say a scandal.
No, it's a scandal. It's a scandal.
Yep.
Ben Roethlisberger can't go into the Hall of Fame.
Wait,
you can't have that word on you.
I get it. The scandal, but we're also talking about the scandal where both women came out and said they did it solely for the money.
Oh no! I get what you're saying, but either
It's
way
still
it
a
goes,
scandal.
Doesn't matter. It's what's
what do you
been
mean?
printed. It's what the image. The image has
No.
been burned into people already, bro. You
what
can't.
I'm
You
trying to
can't
get you to
But
take
understand.
that shit back.
So
I
explain
said
O.J.
this earlier. I
Simpson.
said this earlier though. We're talking
He was
about
in
the
the
Hall
Hall
of
of Fame
Fame.
before.
Listen, wait.
Explain
We're talking
explain
about in
O.J.
between the
Simpson.
white lines. You talking about in between the white
Somebody
lines.
said,
Go ahead,
somebody
Swag.
said,
Explain that to me.
somebody said, explain O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, explain
right?
it.
O.J. Simpson went in the Hall of Fame before he did all that.
Exactly.
Right. I was
Right.
just about to say we not go shit on OJ football career.
Yeah, that's
OJ was that
crazy.
dude. Like we
Yeah.
not what he
That's
did
crazy.
afterwards was his business.
God,
But
I
on
know.
football
This
field,
is
he was
after.
raw.
Same thing with
OJ was a beast on the field. Though. I'm just
Yes,
gonna be
you
a
right.
dog.
Hey
Yeah,
man, he was a killer on and off. Man. That was dope, man.
Oh, you wild.
Allegedly,
You was a wild
allegedly,
boy for that.
allegedly.
Hey man,
Allegedly.
Allegedly, come on now.
OJ was man.
Hey, you don't have to say allegedly. He
Hey,
did
he
get
passed
found
away
liable.
free.
He
Hey,
was
he passed
civilly
away
liable
free.
If
for
the
it.
glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
He passed away. Hey, he passed
The
away
glove
free.
didn't fit.
Hey man, look, I'm gonna be honest. Like I know the allegedly joke is there, but if you watch any interview or even the book is the worst offense. He all but admitted to doing that shit.
He passed away
He
free.
did a whole documentary on
He said if
OJ.
I would have done it.
Exactly.
You know-
Like he all but came out and said the words "I did it."
You know, funny enough, one of my law school professors, my evidence professor, he didn't think that OJ did it. And he was an old, RACISC man. So I
Listen,
was surprised when he said he didn't think so, but he thought the son did it.
I always say he hired somebody to do it. I always said that.
All I'm gonna tell y'all is this: the Belichick argument. And y'all just hear me out here. I hate. Y'all gotta listen. I'm not hate. I just dislike. I'm kind of with Joe's on this. I'm agreeing with a lot of you guys, but it's not to me. If you look at the Hall of Fame in its entirety, it's not a snub, guys. I don't see it as a snub. I see it as okay. So when you start inducting some of those big time ass Raiders that should have been inducted already, when you start doing everything that's right and stop holding grudges, you're gonna hold grudges on Al Davis, and that man is dead and gone. Then you know what? It's gonna be people holding grudges on too.
Yes.
It's just the way it works.
Like at first I thought he should get in. You guys made a lot of good points. Like he didn't play nice with the media. He wasn't part of the coach association. There was a lot of stuff. He just didn't follow the program. So it's politics with it.
Yeah,
and it's
for sure.
politics with it. It's politics
Yeah, I
with
get
it.
it.
And I'm saying, Santana, I get 5 minutes, and you know damn well what I'm talking about too. That's a personal thing between me and Santana. I get 5 minutes, brother. I mean, so I'm just getting y'all to understand. And I've always said this, and I will say it to the day I die. The Hall of Fame is not just about what they did on the field or in their career. It is about who like you and who don't. I mean, like it's I got power. Like I was just telling JB, I don't believe that Eli did enough to get in the Hall of Fame.
Nope.
But he beat Brady twice.
Yeah.
And he's a Manning, and his image has always been pristine.
They're gonna try to run.
I just look at it.
Beat him when he was undefeated too.
I mean,
I just kind of look at it like a UFC Hall of Fame type thing. Like they induct people in the Hall of Fame for what they did in that octagon, and I think it should be kind of based off that. But I get the media, I get the blemishes, I understand all that, and the image of the NFL. So I get it.
The one thing that I love about Sam and I'm an avid UFC watcher. The one thing I love about the UFC Hall of Fame that I think a lot of other sports Hall of Fame should adopt is for the guys that might not have necessarily had a Hall of Fame worthy career, but they had one moment that could carry them to that. They induct that moment into the Hall of Fame.
For sure.
For instance, a guy like Chael Sonnen, nowhere near a Hall of Fame fighter.
God no.
But the fight with
impactful.
Anderson Silva is one of the greatest fights of all time.
Yeah, right.
And they inducted that fight specifically into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Like
so.
Robbie Lawyer versus McDonald. Like that fight.
Rory McDonald. Yeah. So like
crazy.
for Manning, it would be inducting the Brady wins. If you want to say the helmet catch specifically, putting that.
But they do that. They just take like the football, the jerseys, and they put it in the Hall of Fame. They do it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, they do
You
that.
guys to understand that. Let me ask y'all this, and this is the last question I'm asking. I'm asking for a reason, guys. I'm asking for a reason because I'm taking a person that had a lot of blemishes on their record, like that, and I want you to y'all gonna when I name the person I'm talking about, y'all gonna understand what I'm saying about when I say I don't think Bill Belichick goes in on the next ballot either. I mean, I think it's gonna be 2 years before Bill Belichick goes. I think he's going in with Brady, but but watch this. Do y'all think Michael Irvin should have been a first ballot Hall of Fame?
When did the court stuff happen? At the end or the beginning?
Just based on his play on the field.
On his play, yeah.
I mean, so
I would take Michael Irvin over a lot of people.
Like I'm just being honest, Michael Irvin was the playmaker. I can't stand that.
Dog, I can't stand. I couldn't stand him back then, but I recognize his talent for sure.
No, he's a Hall of Famer for sure. I would argue that.
I know he's a Hall of Famer. I watched his speech. But what I'm saying is, Tay, y'all see how long it took Mike Irvin to become a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
From the time he retired.
Okay, I see what you're saying because of the blemishes. They make you pay for that.
Those blemishes are like punishments.
Yeah, they make you pay for how many you got.
Exactly.
I mean, what about this one? Marty Schottenheimer, should he be in the Hall of Fame? He never won a Super Bowl, but the son of a bitch won a lot of games, right?
Yeah.
So, but he's not in the Hall of Fame. I guarantee you, now that he's died, he's going to the Hall of Fame.
For sure.
Okay.
Hey, Coach, I don't know. Sorry, I hate to cut y'all off. I don't know if Coach is here. We just hired our, was it offensive coordinator?
Who might that be?
Patrick Graham.
Who?
Wait, what?
The college coach?
Defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham. Can't say I've heard that name before.
Is it a college coach?
Where's he from? College?
I don't know. He's apparently been coaching in the NFL.
From the Raiders.
He's been coaching in the NFL since 2009.
Yeah.
Poppy said he was at the Raiders.
Patriots legend Patrick Graham. Patriots legend Patrick Graham.
Wait, hold on. Y'all were saying, oh no.
He's a Patriots legend Patrick Graham.
Because he was the defensive coordinator for the Raiders, man.
The Raiders have had one of the best pass rushes in the league. They consistently get pressure
from Coach saying who?
It's because they're playing backups, Cody. Don't let the stats lie.
I was going to say, bro, like, who?
I mean, listen. Look, only thing I can say is this, man. I got my fucking popcorn, dog. I'm just gonna sit back and watch this shit.
What I told you, bro? I'm really excited to watch Bryce Young and the Panthers this year, man. Yeah. That's going to be a very fun and exciting team.
Hey, coach. As a Ravens fan, I love what y'all did. I love what y'all doing.
I ain't gonna lie.
I know you love what the fuck we doing.
I love what the Browns
for y'all to win the division.
I love what the Browns did yesterday too. I love it.
I want to get this. I want to get this real straight, real clear. And JB, I know JB got a memory like a freaking elephant, so he'll remember this shit. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, your window is closed. Let me explain to y'all what I mean. The New Orleans Saints, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Carolina Panthers are all going to be front runners for that division this year.
Is the Saints money right yet?
The Saints money right. They got the right coach. And I'm telling you right now, they're finna unleash those guys wasn't that bad last year. I'm telling y'all right now, when they start putting in, I mean, it's gonna.
They're about to do some work.
If they would have started with Tyler, they would have been good.
Hey yo, Swag. You know what the Saints remind me of? You know what the Saints remind me of? And you might remember this, and a couple of the other older brothers might remember this. The Saints remind me of the Patriots when Parcells went over there and started to rebuild that team. Yep. Remember they were only winning. They were only winning 3, 4, 5 games, but all the games were by one possession, and they were all by 1 point. They would lose a game by 2 points, by 3 points, and then finally they got to the Super Bowl, but they lost to Brett Favre and Reggie White. But that's who the Saints are reminding me of right now. They're competitive in all their games. They're only losing games by 1 possession or less, 3 points, 4 points, things like that. And in a couple of years, just like the Patriots, I think they're going to have their breakthrough year. You know what I mean? That's what they remind me of.
So they got to kill the draft this year, then basically.
So and that's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna do that. So guys,
watch that K word. Watch that K word.
All right, my bad.
So
just say unalive, Tay, and we know what you
mean. Tay, not Sam. Man, thank y'all so much for coming on and blessing us with y'all today. Cali Dreams and all the rest of you guys, y'all are just regulars. I mean, like, so.
Wow. So we.
I've been around.
That's how I feel. I feel offended. I'm offended, Swag.
Yeah, that was great.
Joe's, you, Brianna, and Batty, and all those girls. We're gonna try to get y'all together so y'all can have a panel too. Call it a spinoff. I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem. Whatever it is, people gonna watch you though because y'all know y'all stuff.
Cool, I like them.
I mean, like I'm just telling you right now.
Can I put on a wig and join that panel?
I haven't got with JB yet. I'm so busy. I'm getting with JB. Me and JB we're gonna talk about how we're gonna do it and everything, and we're gonna get y'all a show because JB
the ladies need a show for sure.
But JB has his love to produce. He want to produce every damn thing. JB will produce your tennis shoes if you let him. I tell you, I swear to God. I mean,
but Swag, you're right because I have met this season some very knowledgeable football, high IQ women on this app, and I think that and I think that we need to give them their flowers and let it be known that the NFL and just the sports world in its totality, they coming. You feel me?
They know what's up.
Like the women are learning. Here's the thing: they're not watching the sport.
Oh, we cutting off, Coach.
No, he's saying they're not watching the sport; they're studying the sport.
They are.
They playing Madden. They playing.
And I just think we need to give them their flowers. We just need to give them their flowers.
Hey, Coach, they playing Madden and everything, whooping on folks.
Hey, Swag, before we
I've never seen so many women gamers in my life. Women are knowledgeable. The women are knowledgeable. They know what it is with the sport. They're not just talking about, oh, well, he looked nice in those basketball shorts. They're not talking about that. They're talking about real things.
Before you dip out, I'm trying to get back on my news shit. So let me drop y'all with kind of what happened last night. We kind of found out a few things from Mr. Scheffner. Multiple people around the organization expect the Bucs to move on from Mike Evans after this year. Probably not a shocker there. Multiple people in the Cowboys organization are expecting them to franchise tag George Pickens. Probably not a surprise there.
Right.
And it has been officially confirmed, Joe's Tank Dell will be ready. He said that he's back. He's 100%. So he'll be ready to go next year, which is a big addition.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I got into a whole argument with some damn people over that, trying to tell me about my damn team.
Go ahead, Joe.
I hope it goes
say with your chest, Joe.
Right. I knew he was coming back.
Right.
Not to you, Cody. Not to you, Cody. Sorry. I literally was just arguing with some people over that.
Hey, did you guys hear with what was the quarterback that didn't come out of Oregon? Moore didn't come out.
Moore, yeah, he's going back.
He recommitted. He took his name out of the draft. He's supposed to be going back or something like that.
Yeah, he's going back. He's going back to Oregon. So
but they're saying that put more on Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, they gave him more value now since he didn't come out. Kyler Murray.
As long as Kyler Murray does not end up in Pittsburgh, I'm okay.
Hold on, guys. So listen up.
It's either Pittsburgh or Oakland.
Hold on, Jake. I gotta get with JB. JB, I want to do because JB is telling the girls. The first thing I want you guys to do is the women to do is me and JB will talk. We'll find a good time for this weekend to get you girls on his show. Then I want you girls on my show on Sunday. I know that for a fact. I've already told Brianna. I want Brianna, Joe's, Batty, all those on my show Sunday morning, and we're gonna have a great topic. and I'm also invite some other guys to be on there too. But it really is their show. I want them to show everybody just how much they know about football. Because I'm gonna be honest, I know something that you did, Batty. That you did, Joe's, on another show, protecting me, and I really enjoyed that because that's what we do. We protect each other. Because if somebody would say something bad about Coach or JB or Cody or Callie or anybody like that, I'm gonna be all up in their ass. I came to shows.
Oh yeah.
I came to shows and just lit people up just for saying stuff that they don't do it, because I'll come and I'll do that because all we're doing is talking about football. It's not a personal thing. It's nothing personal against anybody. And and I'll say this because now that I have 62 people, and I'll tell you this: for all of those who have created accounts, fake accounts, because I can kick your ass off my show and you still want to come to my show, just man up, come to me privately, and I'll let you back on the show with your real name. But you're not gonna disrupt my show. You're not gonna come on here with all that fandom bullshit. You gotta know what you're talking about. It is okay to have a healthy debate with somebody without attacking them personally.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, we have several on here today.
It's okay to come in here and learn too.
Yeah, I'm about to say, listen, and listen, nobody on this panel claims to be the know-it-all guru of football.
Absolutely
right?
not.
Listen, I said this yesterday. The reason I consider myself such a good coach is because I keep an open mind and I understand that I can learn anything from anybody at any time, that I do not know everything. That's what makes me such a good coach, because I know I do not know everything and I'm still learning. Right? So yes, somebody might spit a number or a year or a stat out that might be incorrect. We are human. Okay, I'm not saying that everything you hear on this panel is going to be spot on and correct. Sometimes we're incorrect. Sometimes we're off by a year, off by numbers. That's why we are here. Iron sharpens iron. We are here to raise our IQs. We're here to raise each other's IQ in football. So we're here to open up different perspectives, to look at things from different ways. So, and it's just football. And it's just football, dog. We just talking sports. Nobody and that calling you out your name and all that other stuff, and inviting you to your generals and all that. Dog, leave that shit with you and your little friends when y'all playing fucking Call of Duty. Don't bring that shit in.
Like, to piggyback off you, Coach, like you learn a lot because, like, we grow up with our uncles and stuff. They got a favorite team. We know about their team, but I get to talk to all you guys, and I learned a lot from everybody's team. You get the knowledge.
Hey, I've learned a ton from all of them. Every single one.
And with you guys being older, I hear a lot of names that I've heard before, but not the history of them. So that's what helps me with it.
Yeah, the older history is huge for me.
Like, I play Madden, so we get the old players, but I don't know what they was really doing. You know what I mean? Then I hear you guys
your
talk.
Best friend when it comes to the older players. I tell everybody, if you wasn't around, because I'm an '80s baby, so I was there. I watched when Joe and Jerry and all them were doing their thing. So I watched a lot of older dudes that were still in the league, in the 70s and stuff like that. They were still in the league in the 80s and whatnot. So, but YouTube is your best friend if you want to know football knowledge. Also one thing, Swag. If y'all have never been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, please go.
Yeah, I need to go.
Well, they're gonna burn it down.
I went in 2021. One of the greatest experiences I ever had. That thing is immaculate. It's fantastic. Wealth of knowledge in there. If you get a chance, go.
Callie, tell them, and the sports bar is off the chain. The food is off the chain.
Oh, wow, they got a sports
bar.
Let me tell y'all something, and I've never been to the Hall of Fame, and I'm going, believe me.
Yes,
that's definitely on my bucket list. But I got to tell y'all a Hall of Fame story that one of my good friends went to the Hall of Fame and experienced what you guys experienced. But this guy, just hear me out. You're gonna love this story. This guy was a 49er fan. Been a 49er fan since I can ever remember. He's a 49er fan. I mean, and he went to the Hall of Fame. And when he went to the Hall of Fame, when he walked when he walked in, it was the day before the ceremony actually took place. So this was when Tom Jackson, this was when Chris Berman, all those guys were there. It was there. So when he walked in there, he went to this famous sports bar that Coach is talking about, and a lot of those guys were at the bar. I mean,
that's crazy.
And he was a fan. I mean, like you just imagine a kid and you see your favorite. Oh my God, that's Chris Berman. Oh my God, that's Tom Jackson. So he started talking to him, and they started throwing down a couple. And before you know it, they was like, "Hey, you want to see something really cool? You want to see where they signed the helmets. They personally autographed their helmets." Mm-hmm. He said, "We don't know who in there at the time, but we're gonna walk down there and show you how this works because all the Hall of Fame players signed the helmet." He said, they go in there. He said, "This is a couple of people in there that he know." Nobody. He said, and then you can see the back of the silhouette of this guy in the back, and he's signing helmets. And Chris Berman said, "Oh my God, that's Joe Cool." And he's like, and my boy was like, "Who? Joe who?" I mean, like, that's Joe. That's Joe Montana. Are you freaking kidding me? Again, he said Joe Montana was in there signing helmets, and he said he sit there, and they was like, "Who is this young man?" And he said, "My name is George." And he was like, "George, where you from?" "I'm from Louisiana." And then he's like, You like the 49ers? And he was like, "Dude, I'm in love with the 49ers."
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, yo, listen, Swag. Hey, Swag, I had the pleasure of playing in a football, coaching in a football tournament that we played at the championship was at the Hall of Fame field. That's where the championship was. So, I mean, we lost the tournament, but the experience that the kids and myself had, it was beautiful.
Hey,
Joe's, that sounds like a good idea. Because the truth of the matter is that I've always wanted the Swag Show to be so much more than just a show on TikTok.
Yeah.
Cody, what were you about to say? Then I'm gonna finish.
Yeah. I was gonna say I gotta go anyway. Coach, at some point in time, whether it's this week or next week, do you, me, and if you can get Dollface, that'd be great. Y'all want to sit down and watch film on some of the receivers in the draft?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I want to watch more. I've watched a lot of Mekhi Lemon film. I don't know how much y'all have. I want to watch more film on Denzel Boston, and I really want to watch film on Casey Concepcion.
We said it. I'll DM you, Cody. I'll get with Greg and I'll DM you.
Bet.
I'm going to tell all you guys, we got a draft show coming. That's what Cody's working on. Cody, did Brianna reach out to you?
No, I don't believe she did.
She's going to reach out to you because she wants to be a part of that show too.
Bet. That's awesome.
So it's a lot of people want to be a part of this draft show, but me and JB, we're going to talk over the weekend, and we're going to get some other stuff lined up. We're about to take this thing to a whole nother level because I'm pretty sure that y'all tired of seeing some of the shit on TikTok that I have to see. That I have to endure.
Yes.
Right now.
I'm tired of it. It's disgusting.
To my stomach.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I will see y'all. Look, tomorrow morning there's no show. I'll be out of town. It will be no show. But I really thought about letting Cody do the show again, but I actually can't because where I'm gonna be at, I can't have my phone out. So Saturday morning. Let me see, Friday, Saturday. I take that back. Sunday morning. Sunday morning is the show where we're gonna be doing Brianna, Joe's. I'm gonna reach out for all these guys, all these ladies, to tell them what the subject is gonna be. And guys, we're gonna just sit back and watch them on the Swag Show. How about that?
Absolutely. And Swag, we got your back. We got your back. NMP will have a show tomorrow morning, so y'all come on over to NMP.
We'll have a show tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. They're gonna have a show. They're gonna do their thing. Y'all go over there tomorrow morning and Saturday morning. Sunday morning, we'll be right back here for the Swag Show, and I'm pretty sure we'll have something good for you guys. In the meantime, guys, y'all take it easy. Have a good day. This is your boy Swag.
All right, Swag.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.